Hey, how's it going, everybody? Another pickups video for you guys. Just got one thing to show, but it's worth showing, even if there's a whole bunch of videos on these things. But there's some good things about it, especially if you like different variations of a video game, which you will get that with these things, or at least this one. Otherwise, right off the bat, I'd only get one of these if it's dirt freaking cheap or used, like the one I got at Goodwill for like freaking $7.49. It was cheap. That's why I grabbed it, man. It was cheap. I was curious to see what all games it had on it and how it worked. Also, just the right size if you wanted to just say screw the built-in games and turn this into a retro Pi. It would be cool for that. Plenty of room. I opened it up and plenty of room. I couldn't believe how small the circuit board was in this thing. It's tiny. Otherwise, box to close here. I'm assuming this came from one of those places like Wish, where it's all China-made stuff. If you get on Wish, you do have to freaking sign up with your email and stuff, but just to see all the kinds of stuff they have, it's worth it. Some of those wishes, unfortunately, is in don't wish too hard. You'll see something you don't want to see because they freaking have everything. A lot of stuff you don't want to see. I mean, they freaking have everything. I don't know if it's just multiple warehouses that they go through or what, but they have everything. I've never ordered anything from the site, but one of my nephews, he's gotten tools and stuff from them, just cheap tools. And then I guess his wife's ordered a bit of stuff through it, so they do alright, but it's one of those things to where some stuff takes a while because you're literally ordering it overseas. Otherwise, on with the show of insanity here. This is what it looks like. This is where they lose on English translation, or just pick a name for the thing. This is where it's funny. It's like, just stick the one freaking thing to call it. Might as well just freaking ripped off Nintendo and just said Mini Nintendo. Anyways, on the front here, it's Mini Game Anniversary Edition. Whose anniversary? Amusement system. Inbuilt classic games. Well, inbuilt's better than inbred. Got enough of that around here. And then a very weird word which I have no idea what it means. Wendebao. Wendebao. Whatever. And then upgrades to 660 games. Upgraded from what? So anyways, as you can see, looks like a little miniature Super Nintendo. The controllers are actually the size of Super Nintendo controllers, and this is what's funny. Other than my camera sucking, it does have the top buttons up there. It's just they're blending in with the black background, as usual. But when you read the instructions, it's like they don't exist. Yeah. And then classics, because it's loaded with classics. And then more stuff here with the warning. Name, TV console. Oh, I thought it was the Mini Game Anniversary Edition. Or was it the amusement system? Model is HL/41. Input power 5 volt, 500 milliamps. Fortunately, this one has the frickin' plug on the end of the cord, so you don't have to go find a cell phone adapter. Otherwise, you could use the charger for a cell phone, as long as it's 500 milliamps or up. Which nowadays that's easy as all hell to find. 500 milliamps would be what you'd have for the old flip phones. And then just 660 classic games built in. And once again, they changed the name of this stupid thing. Now it's a super classic game. 8-bit video amusement system. Yeah, nothing on the bottom. So, an abomination, because I'm pretty sure this thing is faulty. I gotta find one of my other plug-and-plays that has this type where it's the headphone style jack to plug it in. I think there's a loose connection somewhere. Either that or the system has weird grounding on it or something. When I was trying it on just a regular little old school tube TV, it was getting goofy to where I have to mess around with this to get the picture to come in good. Otherwise, whatever. Easy part to replace. And like I say, actually has a plug on the end of the freaking cord. And it's fairly long. And mini USB something. One of the newer ones that's flatter. Easy enough to replace once you look at the back of it, man. It's something where you can just go to a thrift store and just find yourself a cell phone charger, cord, or whatever. Make up your own. Super Nintendo style controllers, right down to the rubberized center buttons there for select and start. And then YX, B and A, cross pad, and then L and R. Decent cord, which I have a feeling this is one of those things to where you can only use this controller on the system. Otherwise, it's got the type of connector like you'd have for plugging stuff into your Wii remotes or whatever. And I think the actual Nintendo plug-and-play ones that had built-in games use this type of connection. And I don't know if those controllers would be compatible or not, because one thing that I noticed when I tried plugging in my arcade stick for the Wii, it wouldn't even turn on right. I was getting a black screen, which is weird. It's like you have to have a controller plugged in, as in to use the menu system or something to make that final connection. It's weird on how they wired this thing up. Games list there. Crazy ass instruction manual. Which changes the name of this thing again. User manual. Super Mini Classic Council. And then below it, they change it even again. Super Mini TV Game Council. And then introduction for connecting TV. They show the back of the thing. Okay. Left side goes to the plug, goes to the wall. Right side is for this weird cord where one for video, one for audio. Which actually you got two for audio. And they're showing where the controllers plug in up front. And it says, note, there may be some differences when connecting different televisions. More details can be consulted with the dealers. or the TV factory. So yeah, if you have a problem, call up the dealers. At least they'll bring you a bag of weed or something, or go to your local TV factory, and they should tell you how to use this fucking thing. Introduction of the buttons. I'm pretty sure there's something under there that works. I haven't opened these up yet. I have opened up the system, but I haven't opened up the freaking controllers. But those are freaking buttons. Something is amiss there on the instructions. They're only showing the ones on the face of the controllers. It's like those two buttons don't exist. And then they're showing just what the stuff is on the system itself, like adapter input, reset, port for joystick 2, start, single hop, AV out, power, direction key, single shot, continual hop, power indicator light, port for joystick 1, select, continuous shot. Now right off the bat, I did make a change on this son of a bitch, because it's like, why? Just, why? Either somebody screwed up at the factory putting this thing together, or they did it on purpose. Usually on a game system, when you're looking at the face of it, player 1's on the left, player 2's on the right. It's a thing going clear back to the far back times, to Atari. This, it's like they flip-flopped it. I had to plug in a controller into the player 2 port to make this damn thing work. If I plugged it into the player 1, nothing. It's only one controller, if you have both plugged in, will do the menu system. So what I did was open it up, and the little things where you plug in the controllers, they're just held in by a bracket that you can unscrew. I just took that off, switched them, put it back together, no problem now. Now, introduction of the machine's function. It has built-in 660 classic games in total, which cannot be changed. It uses 5-volt charge for power supply, and the available voltage is 110 volt or 220 volts, so the ordinary household power source can't afford that. It will send with an AV cable which support TV output. Game console buttons for the 4 function keys to support even the fight function. Opponent speed and operational requirements are higher. The game is better. Attention for using. Never allow children play it alone, for it comes to the power using. Yeah. F. You get an F. 2. Please turn off the machine and operate it after cooling it when there is something wrong with the running machine, like system halted. Okay. 3. Never put the machine stay-at-home places, extremely cold or hot. Oh, fuck, I can't play it. I live in Arizona. Probably can't play it if I live in Sweden or Alaska or anything either. Shit, I can't play it now. That sucks. 4. Never disassemble or repair machine by yourself. Fuck you, did it! 5. It may be unavailable for some TV with 4K resolution ratio. My TV here that I'm using as a monitor is 4K. I haven't hooked it up directly to the TV, but I got it to work through another little gadget that I got that converts it to HDMI, or I got it to half-ass work. Was still acting kind of goofy on the signal. Okay, using attention for power adapter. Never allow children below 3 years old using it alone. 2. Never play the transformer casually, for it's not a toy. 3. The machine is available for those recommended transformers conforming to international whatever. 4. Please disconnect the machine with the power when cleaning the machine. So use power when disconnecting the machine or something. 5. Please check the lines, plug, shell, and other parts regularly and stop using if there's anything wrong with them until being repaired. 6. Never play it with other power sources, not recommended. Okay, yeah. Brain's properly fried now. Otherwise, here's what it looks like. And I can say one thing. I've gotten enough plug-and-play systems that are just for just playing Nintendo carts and whatnot. The plastic always feels cheap and flimsy. This and the controllers feel nice and solid. In fact, the controllers for this aren't bad. I've had a lot worse when it comes to these plug-and-play things, to where they're just crap. Those actually almost feel like real Nintendo controllers. Anyways, back of it there. That's where you plug in power supply, and then that's where you plug in the little headphone jack type thing for your audio video. This they did kind of cool. It's just like a regular old Super Nintendo, on and off, and then reset. And on top of it, it says Super Classic Game Amusement System. It says nothing on the bottom. Front of it here, panel that you pull off and flips down to show the actual controller ports. Which, like I say, they're same type of plugs you'd have for your Wiimote for plugging in extra stuff, or possibly for one of the official mini Super Nintendos or regular Nintendos. So all I can say, if you got one, experiment with it. The worst thing that's going to happen is it's not going to work. Now it's crazy on this thing. You can see the amount of distance there. Yeah, it is off to one side. That's how much space the little circuit board takes up. Other than wires going up to the top here in the front, tons of room if you wanted to just stick a RetroPie in there. And it's vented pretty good to the back of it, but that's the only venting. So that is an actual vent there. If you wanted to stick a little fan in there to have it circulate air. And then just 4 screws to take it apart. Like I say, come on the 2 ports here. Once you take it apart, like I say, it's just a plastic bracket holding those in place, and they kind of just, let's see. Yeah, I did push them through on the back, and then they kind of just clamp in place. But easy enough to switch those if you get one like this, to where player 1 and player 2 are opposite. So, get in there. Tiny little LED power light. Okay, now on games. Not gonna read all of them, man, or I'll from my damn eyes, because they were nice to me. They know I'm in pain, so they did it in Braille. Otherwise, Some of the ones, it's like they got it spelled right. Others, it's like they tried to change it up like, oh, we're getting scared here. We might be doing some copyright violations. As there's a lot of games where there's multiples. And that's what's cool about this thing. Games like Contra, different versions of it. Some that I've never heard of. That are either in Japanese or whatever, or just like hacks or whatever. Otherwise, first list here, Super Mario, Ninja Turtles 2 and 3, Mario 12, which was either a hack or just some oddball Mario game, and then Contra 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8. A lot of different Contra variations to where some of them were almost like an RPG or whatever, just crazy. Stuff I'd never heard of. Then Mario 14, I forget what that is. A lot of different Mario games that I never heard of. Let's see. And, Mortal Kombat 4, which absolutely sucks ass. Mario 10, which is another oddball. The Mario Brothers, which I think that is the actual original Mario Brothers game. Venture Island, and then 2 and 3. Ninja Gaiden, not Gaiden, but Gaiden 1, which that one or one of the others, it's Ninja Gaiden, but a different name, like Shadow Warriors or something. And I don't know if it was that or one of the other hacks to where it's playing too fast. The music and everything is like sped up, like they just screwed up on the ROM load or whatever. Otherwise, it does have the original Ninja Gaiden 1, 2, and 3. 90 Tank, Urban Champion, Star Force, Sky Destroyer, ER Kung Fu. That's a cool old arcade style game. I don't know if they ever had that on our Nintendo here in America, but maybe they had on Japanese Famicom. I don't know. I used to have that on my Commodore 128. It's fun, just old school kung fu type game where you beat up each other. 1942, which I think that one, same thing, just plays a little glitchy, too fast. Gulf War, X-Dice, X-Zeron, whatever the hell that is, right on bungling, bungling, whatever. Jiverdine, no freaking idea. Final Mission, Tiny Toon 1, Tiny Toon 2, Venture Island 4, Chippendale 1, 2, and 3, Hot Blood Wrestle Story Soccer 1 in March, Street Fighter 201, whatever the hell that is, Kickmaster, Mighty Final Fight Street Fighter 201. Same thing, for some reason it repeats, and I don't think I've checked those out yet. Mortal Kombat 4, again, which could be another freaking weird hack. Say a lot of them repeat, but they're not exactly the same thing. It'd be like a hack or something. Astyanax, which I think that one played just like the original Nintendo game. Three Eyes Boys, Snow Brothers, Spider-Man, RoboCop 1, Kuyu, Tiger or something. Power Banger, Double Dragon 4, Gubble Bobble 2. I wonder what that is. Double Dragon 3, Dead Fox, Power Blade 1, POW, Jungle Book, Airwolf. Airwolf, I don't know if I have that on NES or not, but I sure as hell didn't recognize it. And it was actually kind of cool. Then Ninja Gaiden 2, Banana Prince, Saint, Rockin' Cats, Juki, whatever that is, Gunak, Kari 3, Whoop'em, Ninja Turtles 1, Ninja Turtles 4, Kickmaster, Werewolf, Hot Blood Basketball, Ice Hockey, New Reco, whatever, Soccer 2, Volleyball, Captain Tsubo, something, 10-Yard Fight, Tiny Toon, oh, Tony Toon 3, Antarctic Adventure, Arabian, Balloon Fight. Yeah, it just goes on and on. Baseball, Binary Land, Bird Week, Bomberman, Bomb Sweeper, Brush Roller, Burger Time. That is actually the NES version of Burger Time, which plays good when it wants to, but for some reason it kept wanting to reset itself occasionally. Otherwise, it's the NES version of Burger Time. Jack and Pop, Chess, Circus Charlie, Clue Land, Combat, Defender, which I believe Defender is, yeah, I think that's basically Defender 2 on Nintendo. Double World, Dig Dug 1. No, this is another one where had some weird ones. Donkey Kong 1, Donkey Kong 2, which is basically Donkey Kong Jr., then Donkey Kong 3, and then Donkey Kong Jr. MA, which is math. It's Donkey Kong Jr., but you're solving math problems. I have never seen that game. It's like a hack or something. Door, Excite Bike, Robocop 2, F1 Race, Formation Z, Frontline, Galaga, Galaxian, Golf, Robocop 3, Hyper Olympic, Hyper Sports, Ice Climber, Joust, Double Dragon 2, Load Runner, Lunar Ball, Robocop 4, which I think is a weird freaking hack or something, Magic Jewelry, Mahjong 4-player, Mahjong 2-player, Mappy, Snow Brothers, Milk and Nuts, Millipede, Muscle, Naitao or Nibbles, Ninja 1, Ninja 3, Road Fighter, Othello, Pac-Man, Pinball, Pooyan, Popeye, Bruce Lee 2, Space E.T. or possibly Space Eddie Torres, Karateka. The only system I have that for is the Atari 7800, and I don't know if it's that version or a computer version. It just didn't quite look like what I remember, but it's playable. It's a decent version of Karateka. Tennis, Ninja Gaiden 3, Warp Man, Double Dragon 1, Zippy Race, Batman, Arkanoid, Astro Robo, Saw, B-Wings, Badminton, Baltron, Boko, Sucka Wars, whatever the fuck that. Bomberjack, Porter, Chubby Cherub, Destroy, Dig Dug 2, Doughboy, Dragon, Dragua, Duck, Elevator Action, Gorilla War, Flappy, Fruit Pig. One more list and my eyes are fried, people. It just goes on and on and on. Galig, Gmos, Macross. I think that Macross one is based on the cartoon. I think that one was not only in Japanese, but I think it's like an RPG type game. Hexa, Ice Hockey, Lot, Magnax, Pika, and then Chu. Ninja 2, I think Obake, Onyanko Town, whatever the hell that is, Pac-Land, Pachicon Pro Wrestling, Pyramid, Route 16, Seculas, Slaram Soccer, Son, Spartan X, Spunker, Spy vs. Spy, Squitoon, Starluster, Cage. I think Cage is Legend of Cage, Tetris 2, Exeter, Volleyguard 2, Volleyball Wars, Exevius, Chinese Chess, Challenger, Mock Reuter, Sudoku, Aquarium, Arene, It's where there's a lot of these, man, where I don't know if that's the actual name of the game or they're just sticking in different letters to get away with the whole copyright thing. Air alert, awful, rushing, aimless, burbles. Burlow, Explorer, Bug War, Bomb King, Baseball, New, Bubble, Cannonade, Coast Guard, Cub Adventure, Death Bomb, Devil, Loom, Doom, Diamond, Dune War, Firebase, First Defender, 5 Days, 5 Mouse, Fruit Dish, Galligant, Garden War Gate, Hallahoo, Hexapod New, Hexapod War, Labyrinth, Lunarian, Mad Christmas, Motorboat, Panzer Attack, Pentabase, Pebble, Polar Bat, Rule Goblin, Robot, Season Garden, Shrew Mouse, Snowball, Starfighter, Straff, Small Dinosaur, Silent Hunter, the Archer. Let me see if I can find. There's one game on here that is one of my favorites on Nintendo. I think it's it's not The Last Ninja. Okay, I'd have to find it, man. I just can't think of the name. And they changed the name of it, but it popped up in here and it played good. All I can say, just to give you guys a hint, it's like Ninja Gaiden if it was on steroids, and you can pick between 2 different characters. I just can't think of the damn name. I can't spot it. I say there's some of them that are spelled right, like Bump and Jump, Ghostbusters, Spy Hunter, Paperboy. Man, I cannot think of what they called that. Okay, there's Legend of Cage. So maybe they got 2 different versions of Legend of Cage. There's another Legend of Cage.
Sir, please sit down.
What did she ask me?
Well, maybe some peanuts. A plum soda. I don't then both of them just have water. What's going on here?
This is where, man, what I was going to try and do, because there's so many in here where they've changed the name or it's just something weird, to where it's almost just start going through the list if you get one of these and make your own freaking list with the correct goddamn names, because it'd drive you crazy. For the life of me, I cannot find that freaking game. I was hoping maybe they had more than one version of it, but I don't know if they did or not. I'd have to go through my NES carts. All I can say is it's a good one. Otherwise, man, there's enough on there. If you can find one of these for dirt freaking cheap, it's worth getting. Now that I've spent 34 freaking minutes talking about this piece of shit. Otherwise, man, like, it's worth it if you can get it cheap. I couldn't find this exact one on Wish. The ones I was finding had even more games, like 800. and a lot of them were HDMI. On the HDMI thing, I don't know if it's actual HDMI or if they're faking it or what, but they're made to hook through HDMI. Couldn't really find too many of them that hooked up through composite video, so this could be an older one that they did away with and then changed it. Don't know. Otherwise, have a good one, everybody. My eyeballs are now fried. That's a lot of freaking reading. Very tiny little words. So at least my vision's good-ish. Later.